All right, let's take you to this. So the 7th installment of the Mahika Mahikeng Music Festival is set to kick off festive celebrations in Mahikeng in the Northwest Province from the 5th to the 8th of December. Music lovers will be treated to a stunning lineup at the Mmabatho Stadium. This annual celebration of music, art and food not only draws crowds for its diverse mix of genres, but also aims to celebrate Bokoni Bophirima's rich heritage and vibrant culture. Stoan Seate, affectionately known as Stoan, is one of the headlining acts, and he joins us now. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
It's so good to have you with us. You know, I don't know if this is true, but I've always said one day when I meet you, I'm going to ask you this, especially because you're now heading to the Northwest for Mahika Mahikeng. I think it's a relevant question. Would you say you're one of the earlier Tswana rappers in the country?
I am.
This is for my indulgence.
I am I'm safely the first to record.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
I don't know if in their private silos they were rapping in Setswana, but the first registered song with all the major publishing bodies was my song.
I've been saying that in debate for years, and I think I've got some bets to win with this clip that I'm going to show. But talk to us about the importance of going back to Mahikeng, you know, for I think the Northwest Province, such an important town. And it really is the heart for many of the Northwest, but a town that needs some love.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, I think Mahikeng and that area, you know, when you go to Lehurutsi and the surrounding areas, it's famous for its underground water sources. So, Kemetswedi, you know, it's springs that come, and Mahikeng is one of those sources. In fact, there's a place called Molopo quite close. And we are the source of this generation's music. You know, when you look at Motswako, when you look at the early Kwaito guys like Bothebe, Brucey Beatlo, the producers. So for a very long time, we did not have a property for us to really pay homage to those people and to big them up and to give the artists from Mahikeng a platform. First of all, to say that, you know, you can bring the national artists, you can bring the international artists, but this is our home, and this is where we have the best platform to showcase our skills. So this is a long time coming. Although it's the 7th installment, we've been getting better every year. So.
Yeah, and I think it's so important that this is happening, because I remember, you know, perhaps in some of the early 2000s, and maybe my mathematics is, my chronology is a bit wrong here, but there was a time when there was a sense that Mahikeng was a hive for young, fresh talent. You're talking about those that have emerged from the space, but I'm talking about the festival scene, right? Was it the 60s or the 70s?
Yes, we're the 60s.
The 60s,
I mean, the Waza bashes, the Waza 95 bashes were back then in Mahikeng around 94, 93. So some of the top producers, guys like the late Aldrin Mukhotsi was a great promoter in Mahikeng. You know, Floyd, a guy called Floyd, he used to own a mortuary there. He was an undertaker, but in December, he was a promoter, you know. So we met Oskido through those people. We met Bo Christos, Lebo Da Vinci through those people. So it definitely has been generational in the people that it's produced. Yeah,
incredible. And the young people there needing this, because they need opportunities, obviously, and they need to be able to, at this time, see some of their stars.
Absolutely. I mean, when I decided to just take this music thing seriously and explore being a professional, was because Prophets of the City with Junior and Ishmael had been to my school.
So going all the way back, wow.
Yeah, so I understand the value of rubbing shoulders with your heroes. All you just try and pray for is that they don't disappoint you when you actually do meet them. And that's what I would encourage the established musicians, that have patience for the youngsters. You know, if they come to you and say, hey, Brahmaman, you know, I've loved your work and I love what you do, give them a few nuggets. Those things might go really, really far. So for me, for them to have this opportunity to be on those stages, but also to be in close proximity with their heroes, is a great, great opportunity.
This lineup is I mean,
it's crazy.
I don't know how to describe. It's ridiculous. I mean, Bongo Muffin, Mikasa, Zonke, Lira, Mafigizolo, something Soweto, Vusi Nova. So this is, I mean, and I'm loving the price, right? It's also not breaking the bank. So massive stage, some of our biggest stars our biggest stars actually taking up that stage. I mean, talk to me about how all of this is organized when you've got, I mean, even the poster just filled to the brink, right?
Yeah. I mean, every night from the 5th, we have like world-class artists taking up the stage, you know, from the gospel to the Bacardian drums to the comedy night, right up to the soul and jazz festival on the Sunday. So we don't have an international, we've had an international artist the last couple of installments, but we have international great South African artists. We know because they've been to those territories and done very well. People like Tani Somazwai and Zonke, us. In fact, almost every artist there has had a footprint in the international market. So, you know, for us, it's key that we bring the quality and not really compromise on that. Because we need to establish ourselves, and we want to establish ourselves as the premier event for setting the pace for December every year. Yeah,
sure. If this doesn't set the pace, I don't know what does. Because you talk about the Bacardi piano part of the show, and you've got Focalistic there, you've got Dali Wonga, you've got King Munada going to be performing.
Master KG.
Master KG, gosh.
Go get the installment for the McLaren, you know.
I like that. Listen, you've got old hip-hop, or not old, hip-hop artists like Notsi, and then there's a gospel festival, which I think is great because you bring us closer to God then in that time,
Yeah. I mean, we've tried to really cater for every taste, the widest amount of tastes in the country with all the major genres of music. So, you know, we're not excluding everyone. And in between, woven in between, we've got days, market days. So even the families can come through with the kids. There's rides, there's food, there's everything else that you might expect in between.
Yeah, very, very interesting. And of course, on that one, where the gospel festival is, you've got the likes of Busi Khatebe and Omega Kuno, David the King, Bafokeng Brothers as well, also performing Tabaya Sioni. Wow, that's going to be a good one. Okay, this is going to be really interesting. Tickets, where we get them, how far they are to getting sold out, so we know how quickly we can go get them.
I think you need to go as quickly as possible. There's only a week left. In fact, a few days left because the program is starting on Thursday. You can get your tickets at CompuTicket, and they're very, very cheap. I think it's about 150, 250, and 350.
Yeah, very cheap.
Well, excluding the VIP packages. The whole place is well constructed, so everyone feels like a VIP in the place. And you can follow us on our handles at Mahika Mahikeng. You can follow me at Stonito on all platforms, and you can follow Art Sports and NWPG. And I think between those three handles, you'll get all the information that you need. We're also taking out a call to action for service providers and vendors to please contact us. We need promo ladies, we need fencing, we need caterers. So we're trying to spread the influence and the pie as much as possible.
Oh, and we hope they come from Mahikeng, you know, we hope they come from the local
absolutely. That's key. You need to be from either Mahikeng or from the Northwest Province.
Okay, really important. Okay, anything that you've got lined up to surprise the audiences when you take to that stage?
I think the most interesting part is the fact that we're going to have Thandiso and Bongo Muffin there. So,
yes. So Bongo Muffin and Thandiso.
Yeah. She's going to be doing her thing. Bongo Muffin is going to be doing its thing. So, you know, we've had moments over the years where we've had people like Zonke filling in, Nhlanhla from Mafikizolo, and Nokwazi Dlamini filling in for Thandiso. So we're quite experienced on that part. And it'll be interesting for the people to see just what it looks like when it's configured like that. So that should be fun.
That's going to be exciting. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you, and all the best with the festival.
Thank you for the support. We always get the support at Newzroom, and we don't take it for granted.
The work is needed in Mahikeng, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Clean-up campaigns and all.